Hello people, Seku-Senpai here. It's been a hot minute since I've done a video just face cam like this starting off, you know. For those who don't know, 2 weeks ago, yeah, 2 weeks ago, I'm late with this one. Almost a month ago. This is 3 weeks ago actually. I went on vacation. I went to DreamCon, first time going over in Houston. It was a fun weekend. And I vlogged a little bit, just a little bit of stuff, you know, so this is kind of like an assortment of clips with some commentary mixed in between there. Also just like a way to like archive my experience too in a way. Share for those who might be curious about checking it out or may not know what it even is. So yeah, so here's this. I say some more stuff in the ending about my overall thoughts on it and whatnot, but it was a great weekend. So without further ado, here it is with the journey beginning at the lovely time of 4:55 a.m.
What we do here is go back.
The lines to getting a badge were long as heck. In fact, I think someone was saying they ended up looping because there wasn't a guide, I guess. But for me, it was smooth. Despite it being long, it actually went by fairly quickly and also smoothly, so no problems there. After getting our badges, we went to the hotel and rested to some anime before going to sleep for the big day one. Test. Test. Test.
Go back to the Marriott.
Definitely lost the sand soccer fight. No. It was sunny outside. He gave up moving. He's cheating. What are you talking about? You gonna get jumped?
These Muscle Zero, you basically fighting this AI right here. She's the main villain. And all these movements, circles, and other like MCs, it's just an essential for mine. So it's like the Space Invaders with more dynamic. It's entertaining.
Where we at? Dream with the content, not my bomb, but I still got my rap till I make it with
The principal says.
And that ends day one, which brings us to day two. Was probably my favorite day since we saw more panels that were all great and there was a ton of events going on. Starting off with the Dragon Ball Tenkaichi Budokai panel.
Drew, he likes to watch movies, and that's actually where the inspiration for Dragon Ball came from.
Y'all gonna believe in me, I'm gonna be Okage. Like the first time that nigga ever said that, I'm like, yeah, I need that. For all the non-musical people in here, I'm just giving y'all a little vision of what I do and what I'm saying. Like, as a producer, it's easy for me to take things that's not rap, not hip-hop and stuff like that and make it my own. Like, I look at life in general as like raw material. We all look like finished products and things like that, but we could take what's already there and if you compound on top of that, you could create something of your own. Like I said, people might have heard the Naruto song already and never thought to expand on top of that. If I didn't have this thought process, I wouldn't have been able to create this. If it wasn't for this guy right here, bro, like I wouldn't be sitting right here. So if we all understood the importance of community and one another, like I don't think people actually enjoy communicating with one another. Like
don't think I partied that hard in a hot minute. Yeah, day 3, Sunday, we didn't really get to go. But unfortunately, due to the time in which our hotel checkout time was, and then the time which we had our plane, it was like an odd time where it's like, okay, we could go to the convention, but we'd probably be there for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at most. But then also we have to carry our luggage with us. Between that, then we had to get breakfast, and we had to also travel to the airport, get an Uber. And if we went to the convention, it'd be like, yo, how many other people will also be leaving at the same time to get to the airport too? Then the traffic, it was like, yo, there's a lot of elements that were going to be conflicting for it. So it could be nice going to, and looking back on this, I'm like, dang, I wish you kind of went for one more day, man. It was fun. Had a fun weekend. It's been a hot minute for one thing. That was a hot minute since I've been on vacation. First time I was actually going out of state in a while too. I feel like I'm always confined to my igloo of a room. It's always nice, also getting out of your comfort zone a little bit. I'm not one who likes to be in social venues too often, but going to check that out. Also, a lot of the panels were awesome. Day 2 was my favorite, like I said, because the panels were great. There was a few other panels I checked out. I didn't record for them, but one thing I felt a little awkward. Not gonna lie, it was a little awkward just pulling out camera and stuff. That Dragon Ball panel was awesome. A little history right there. The panelist was from Final Form. They actually do a podcast. Let me see, my things gonna focus. Whatever. Final Form. I also went to this K-pop anime panel, which is kind of cool. I didn't really record too much of that It's for Carmen. I think they're a streamer. Oh yeah, this is from the other panel with that guy talking and whatnot. I know all panels people talking, but that one's really cool where it's talking about like content creation, but also like the communication and stuff, because like you were saying, especially at least what I showed, the fact of communication, because I feel like people don't be talking no more. Granted, I'm a quiet person. I tend to be really reserved, but I can hold a conversation with someone. It's true, there are a lot of people out there with talent, skills, a lot of y'all out there, hobbies, interests that could intertwine with yours, and you never know, hey, what that could lead to and whatnot. So, shout out to Jado. Yeah, there we go. Jado. He also has like a book. I think I showed that on screen, which was really, everything in that panel was really informative and also inspiring. Everything, the whole energy in the whole venue was just positive, good for me for the most part. They had that wrestling thing, I showed a little bit of that. I didn't really get to check out any of the other sports events they had, like the volleyball, I think, dodgeball, because they had the RSVP for that early. I didn't know that. I didn't know about that. I didn't know about any of that. We did get tickets for the basketball match they had. They had like a basketball match, a charity thing. Unfortunately, we couldn't get in because you can only get in with a bag. What's this bullcrap? Because when we got there, we saw a lot of people outside. And I was like, what are these people doing outside? As we were walking up, this one lady, she was like, hey, yeah, they ain't letting y'all people without a bag, with a bag. I was like, huh? They didn't say anything on the website or anything about that. Maybe they did. I don't think they did. If they did, I'm pretty sure a lot of other people would know. Other than that, anything else I wanted to say? I'm kind of yapping for a while in the ending here, but overall, a great weekend. Some people I met, actually. Some people, I didn't meet too many people. The only person I remember meeting was actually Trey Day 1. Shout out to Trey Day 1. Long-time subscriber, long-time viewer too. Been following his channel as well. I always get so inspired when I see like people still sticking around making content and seeing how far they've gone. That pushes me to keep making stuff. Seeing all these panels and all these people talking about stuff, I'm just like, dang, I have fun doing it. I have fun making content, and I always want to try some new things, try and do more things. Granted, YouTube copyright crap. Anything else? The after party. Fun fact about the after party. The first DJ I really liked. The second DJ, they weren't bad. But when the first DJ left the stage, the first thing he said was, "Hey, y'all make some noise for Megan Thee Stallion." What do you think everyone did? Yo, we weren't too far from the stage. We were like kind of like in the middle, I want to say. But everyone pushed forward. I was like, golly. She never showed up. The guy was just saying that to hype up the next DJ. Anyways, thank you for tuning in for this. If you're at the convention, let me know. How was your experience at DreamCon? And it's kind of like a short vlog. It was mainly me talking a lot and ending. I did get some merch. that I've worn and is currently in the wash. Actually, I got 2 shirts. I got a Static Shock shirt, that was nice, and then put a shock to your system. And I also got a Yoruichi Bleach shirt. I've actually worn both in some videos the past like month, I should say. Yeah, anyways, let me end this right now. I've been kind of yapping for a while, but yeah, anyways, see y'all later. Have yourselves a nice day. Peace and out.